What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to Rants with Ray. My name is Rayniecemitchell, and I am back, of course, because I have a message for you all. Um, I wasn't going to do this message because I really needed to go and work because I overslept and it's kind of late. But when I was about to end the live and start working, I just, I don't know, like I felt this strong sense of urgency as if, like, if you don't make this video and the person who the message is for doesn't make it, that blood is on your hands. Like, spiritually, that's what I was feeling, right? So I was like, okay, let me get my butt on here. Cause I don't know. I have never felt that like that strongly before. That feeling of otherwise than me being in a like life or death situation. So I was like, okay, no, I gotta put this video out. So I don't know who this message is for, but I pray that it reaches everyone that is supposed to reach and in enough time. All right, let's get into it. Y'all know when I got this beat on, I be feeling like, we in the detective file, the detective chronicles, okay? But no, seriously, you guys, I don't know who you are. I'm not sure what you're into and all that good stuff, right? But you need to be careful. Whoever this message is for, you really, really need to be careful. And like, you need to take heed. I felt that so strongly because I'm telling y'all, like, I was about to go and work because it's late, and I'm like, I really have things to do. I gotta get up in the morning. Like, I don't have time to do this video today. I mean, not today, but just right now. But God was like, you, for one, I've already showed you twice what happens when you're obedient to me and you listen to what I'm saying. And then second, if the message doesn't reach whoever is supposed to reach in enough time because you're not obedient and dropping the message, the blood is on your hands. Like, I've never felt that like that before, y'all. And as you guys can see by the title, the enemy is much closer than you think. The enemy is much closer than you think. And the enemy is much more dangerous than they actually look. So this word, this message, it is not for everyone. Let me make that clear now. God doesn't want, people walking around in a spirit of fear. This is to warn you so you can be aware and you can avoid the danger that the enemy is trying to set up for you ahead, okay? So because I have been feeling like this weird, it's been weird things happening over the course of the last, I want to say 3 or 4 days. So I've been feeling this message, but it's just been different stuff happening, but I couldn't really connect the dots, right? So I'm like, God, what is going on? What do these different things mean? So I know you're probably like, okay, well, girl, get to the meat of the message. What is you saying? What do I need to be aware of? So first thing that happened was, I was going to get my car fixed, right? And there is, okay, it's so interesting, this car place, right? Because it's 3 people that work there. It's the owner and his like 2 main employees, right? And I've met all 3 of them on different times in different ways. So for one of the first of all, the owner, I met him because I had went and got my car fixed before he see, somebody don't want me to say what I'm saying. The enemy mad because now my throat is like doing something crazy. So basically, I met the owner before him when I had to get my car fixed before he had hired the two current workers. Boom, right? So I met one of the workers during an Uber ride. Boom. Then I met the other worker, the third worker, when I had to come up there before. I used the card that I had before to find the location, to remember the location of the place and go up there. When I went up there, that was when I met the third employee. We just gonna say the third employee for the sake of you being able to follow the story, all right? So the third employee, he was so nice, like so sweet, so nice, and polite, and just he seemed like the most professional out of all of them as well too. The one that, what's the word, more reliable, the most trustworthy, right? And um he just seemed like that. Okay, boom. So I I talk to them, I get the pricing, da 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 da, cool. So later that night, I want to say like around 1 a.m., I get a call, and I'm like, what? I get two calls, and I don't know, I don't recognize the number. So when I go to text the number, I go to the number, the missed call log, to like act like I'm about to text the number to see if I have texted this number before, because I don't be saving numbers unless I know we locked in, right? So I went to text messages, and I'm like, this is the guy from the car shop. But like, this was the quiet one. Y'all, and he, like, I mean, he's really quiet. Like, when you think of, like, let me know if y'all can hear me. So you know, in school, like, the person that's quiet, like, he don't really talk much. That person's like shy, like, come off like that. Yeah, this is how this person came off. So when I looked at the messages and realized that this was the person that called me, I was like, huh? Okay, that's weird. Why are they calling me at 1 in the morning? Like, what do you need? I don't know you like that. So, I don't even, I'm like, okay, I'm not even about to enter text or anything, because I don't owe you anything. I don't know you, so I don't have to. So, right when I'm about to exit out of it, he sends a text. And I'm like, he's like, hey, what you doing? And I'm like, who? Okay, this is weird. But I didn't pay no attention to it. I just was like, whatever. Okay. So, fast forward, I ended up going to that car place again. And no. Before, he ended up calling me again, like maybe like 3 days later. But I was working, didn't pay any attention to it. When I got off, I seen it. I was like, this guy's weird, but whatever. So ended up, I needed to go back up there to see about something. And when I went back up to the car shop again, I had no issues. But this time, I paid more attention to the third guy, right? And the third guy, the one who had called me those times, his energy, I don't know, something in my spirit was like, pay attention to him. Everything is not what it seems. Even though he seemed so nice and respectful and professional, it didn't seem like, nothing that meets the eye. But it was still like a weird feeling. Like, I always felt my spirit not to give this guy the time of day, basically. And, what was I going to say? Okay, so I wasn't going to ever give him the time of day for real like that. I just felt in my spirit not to. And literally, his energy just seemed like one of those people, like, I don't know how in tune everybody is, but when you become, in tune to a certain point, like, you can start seeing the spirits on people, or you can just feel the energy that that person is really operating in behind the smile. Like, someone can be smiling in your face, but whole time be a woman beater, or, you know what I'm saying, violent. Because I've met plenty of people like that before too. So, oh, well, I'm gonna get into it. Okay. So basically, the guy just gave me a weird vibe. So I got another call from him today. And every time he calls me, I notice it's late at night, you guys. I've never dealt with this person outside of me trying to see about what they're going to charge for something I'm trying to get fixed on the car. Other than that, I've never had any dealings or anything with this man. So why would you feel comfortable enough to call me that late? And I know y'all probably like, well, girl, ain't that big of a deal. He just calling. No, when people don't know you like that, when they don't know you like that at all, and I'm a customer, you're not supposed to be calling me, especially outside of business hours. And my spirit was giving me like, be careful of him. He's very, very weird. Cause I texted him, I was like, "Hey, what did you need something? What's going on?" He was like, "Hey," he was like, "Yeah, hey, yeah, call me when you get a chance. Call me back when you get a chance, when you get a moment. I wanted to chop it up with you." And I'm like, "Chop it up with me?" I said, "Chop it up with me. I'm working. What do you need?" Like, chop it up with me about what? I don't know you. Whatever you, I said, what do you need? Like, that was your opportunity right then and there to kind of tell me, what did you need? What can I help you with, sir? Cause yeah, this ain't that. And he was like, "Oh no, my bad. I just was calling to call. You calling to call. I don't know you." And it's like, it's not super late this time. It's like 10 after 10 o'clock, but it's still late. Like, I don't know you like that. You're weird. And I can't even say it's just like social awkwardness. It's something that I feel in my spirit to stay away from you, right? So then I proceed to, I was like, you know what, whatever. I ain't put no energy into it. I just felt in my spirit to note take it in my head. So then I fast forward to go to the car. I know I'm kind of jumping all over the place telling y'all a lot of stuff, but just try to keep up, y'all, okay? So then I'm like, you know what, I'm about to leave out to go to the car. So my next door neighbor he is weird, okay? He weird too. And I got a weird, but he has like, it's so crazy. It's something about whoever this message is for. It's something about having keen discernment, because whatever is after you or whatever plot the enemy is using this time, it's not going to look like the enemy. It's not going to look deadly. Okay? Whatever is trying to come, whatever trap the enemy is setting, it won't look like a trap. It's going to look safe. The devil was once an angel, the most beautiful one. It's not gonna look like what you think. So the next door neighbor, this guy is weird too. And he gives me the vibes of the same type of vibe that I got from the first guy at the body shop. He gives me vibes like he's like he tries to come off super nice so people don't peep who he really is. And he gives me vibes of like domestic violence, just violent, abusive. But every time I see him, he's super nice. It's like this, you could tell it's fake. Like, it just seems fake, right? And it's crazy enough, I actually did hear him. Well, I heard the woman that he had over screaming one night, and I was like, I knew it. I knew something was wrong with this man. So, but that ain't even what the main issue is right now that I'm bringing up. The thing is, these people aren't going to look like what they're capable of. They're not going to look like what they're capable of. So the man next door, when after the guy texted me from the body shop and didn't really have a reason as to why he was FaceTiming me so late and calling me, because not only did he regularly call, he FaceTime. Like, I don't know you. Why are you even FaceTiming me? But anyway, so as I'm leaving out to go to the car, I open up the door, and y'all, my next door neighbor opens up his door immediately after me. But he opens it up so fast as if he was waiting for me to open the door. Like he knew I was about to get ready to leave. It was so weird because like, he opened it so fast that the door had ended up like, you know, when you open a door like so fast and hard, it kind of bounce back. So the door had ended up doing that, and he was like acting like he was on the phone. He was super loud. It just seemed like, nigga, what are you doing? Because whatever you doing, you're not doing it right. Because now I'm looking at you like, what are you doing? And y'all, so DeAndre, have a good one. Have a good one. I'm so glad you were able to listen in. Definitely come back to this if you feel like it's for you. And it's so good seeing you again. Okay. I'm well hearing from you again. I hope all is well. Sorry about that, y'all. I hate to do that in the middle of the message. But real quick, gotta support those who support you, okay? But anyway, so as I'm like, he loud, he on the phone. Well, he don't really seem like he on the phone. It just seemed like he doing anything. So I'm walking to the car and I feel in my spirit, pay attention to him. Because his energy is like he's walking. So he's on the opposite side of the parking lot trying to get to, I guess, I don't know where he's trying to get to. But he was going one way and then started going in my direction. So I'm like, okay, what's really good? So I start walking fast to my car. And as I start walking fast to my car, I notice he getting closer and closer in my direction. So I get in the car. I feel in my spirit, he's gonna try, like God was telling me, pull out first. He's going, pull out. No, act like you're rushing to pull out. And he's gonna pull out before you. And when I did that, like I had hurried up and turned on the car as soon as I got in the car. And he had hurried up and got in his car and turned on his car too. And before I could put the car in reverse, the guy had hurried up and put his car in reverse. So I'm like, okay. And he had pulled out before me. So I'm like, okay, God, what do I do now? So I wait for like a minute or two. And God is like, go ahead and pull out now. And not a minute or two. I'd probably say like 30 to 40 seconds, right? Because at this point, I'm like, let me just let him pass. Because I felt God was like, I felt in my spirit that the person was trying to, my next door neighbor was trying to follow me to see where I was going or to follow my movements for the next couple of hours. Like, it was just weird, y'all. Weird. Even when you can't make sense of things logically, listen to your spirit because your spirit can pick up on things before your mind can, okay? So, fast forward, I'm in the car, he pulls off, I wait about 30 to 40 seconds, then I pull off. So I notice, it's like a long street or whatever, right? And he's on one side of the street and I'm closer to the right side of the street. So when I come out from the complex, I turn on my right hand blinker as if I'm going to make a right turn at the right light. And even though I was going to go straight, so God was like, nah, I was about to turn my blinker off. And God was like, no. I was about to make the right, but God was like, no, don't make the right. He's about to turn on his blinkers to go right, and he's going to try to follow you. I want you to keep your blinkers on, but do not make the right. Keep straight. So I'm like, okay, am I tripping or God, is this you? Cause what is going on? Cause I don't got time for these kind of games. What is going on, God? And literally right after that, before God could respond again, the guy had turned on his blinkers to go right. So he went from the opposite side of the street to the side that I was on. And now at this point, he's in front of me making a right. So I can tell he's taking a long time to actually make the right, to actually turn. He's going slow to see if I'm going to turn too, because he didn't want to turn and then I don't end up turning. I could tell by the way he was driving. So y'all, I wait until he fully turns. I slow down and I'm act like I'm about to turn too. And I keep going straight. And as I keep going straight, I see his blinkers immediately shoot to the left and he tries to bust a U-turn. He tried to bust a U-turn. God told me to go straight and then at the second block, make a right and then make another right and then make a left so he wouldn't be able to catch up with the car. And it was like, what the God, what is going on? Cause you already know I'm OG, triple OG, pull out the steel and do me. Okay? Hold on. As you know, I'm a fighter too. Like, I don't, you know how I get down. You know how I bump down, okay? I ain't got time to be scared. We gonna eradicate this problem right here, right now. What? Because you know I ain't got a lot of patience for stuff like that. Okay? God like, nah, hold on, gangster, killer. Just relax. Relax. This ain't even for you. And you getting too excited. I'm like, nah, I'm just saying I ain't got time to be walking around on eggshells scared for my life. Let's just go and get rid of this now. Or let me go and leave from the vicinity. But no, he was like, no, this is definitely for everybody to just be careful, but no, this is a specific like group of people, like certain people. It's not a lot of people, not everybody, but certain individuals. When you hear this, you will know that this is for you. That whatever you've been doing, wherever you've been treading, God is telling you to pay attention to your discernment, pay attention to your intuition, your gut, whatever you want to call it, because the danger is much closer than you think, and it's not going to look like the danger that it really is. That was the correlation between these two people, y'all. They looked so sweet and innocent. They did not look like they would hurt a fly, literally. But the energy that I could feel from them, no, just like completely disregarding the looks, the energy that I could feel felt so sinister and like violent. Like, I can't explain the violence. It just felt like, nah. Like, they smiling and saying one thing, but their energy is saying a whole nother thing, kind of vibe. And I just want us to be careful out here, because you can never be too careful. Okay? And so I also wanted to bring up, it was because God also had, okay, it's two more situations. I'm gonna try to make it quick so this video can be at least just 30 minutes. So there was another situation where sorry y'all, I just had a brain fart. It was two other situations where I had started to notice, I started seeing roaches, y'all. Like, and one thing about me, God knows, I do not do bugs. I do not do bugs. I do not do bugs. And lo and behold, y'all, it was a roach like at the door of the unit that I was in. Then I almost stepped on one. And then, y'all, now this had never happened to me in my black life. That's when I knew it was spiritual. Because I don't even, y'all, it was a roach in my car, right? But not just any regular, not a regular roach. It was a flying roach, y'all. A flying roach. And not only was it a flying roach, but this roach flew after me. Like, y'all, I felt like the white ladies be doing in the movies and everything. I was running for my life. I swear to God. I mean, God forgive me. I don't like, but you know what I mean. No cap. No cap in my rap. I was running for my life. I was so pissed off because I'm like, God, you know what battles to give to your soldiers, and this is not a battle for me. This is not a battle for me. I almost lost my life out there on the field today. Seriously? So, y'all, I was so upset, but God was like, I'm like, what does this mean? Like, it's nothing in the car. Don't worry. I'm going to wash it out. I'm going to switch out the car tomorrow. I can't do this. Like, what is going on? And God was like, calm down. It's not, it ain't about what you think it is. About the natural cause of roaches is, of course, filth, crumbs, having food and stuff around. But I'm like, I ain't got nothing like that in here. The most I got in here is some washing powder. I ain't even got a bunch of stuff in the trunk. I don't, like, where is this coming from? This is diabolical, y'all. So God was saying it's not even about your car being filthy or dirty. What I'm trying to show you is there's some type of filth or demonic infiltration that is trying to take place. They're trying to infiltrate your energy or your demonic, or your destiny. You're trying to pervert what I have for you, pervert your spirit. Like, it was that kind of vibe, right? And I'm like, this is crazy. This is crazy. And then last but not least, I was on YouTube, and y'all, I kept running into, like, God had me reading like these like true crime type of stories where like serial killers are getting, caught and stuff like that. So I was reading this one, listening to this one story about Amanda Berry. She had got kidnapped at 16, and the abuser had her for 10 years. But the thing was, it wasn't just her, it was her and two other women as well. But check this out, y'all. That ain't the kicker for me. The kicker for me is the fact that this man was one of her friend's dad. Look how close to home that was. It was her friend's daddy who kidnapped her and raped her and held her hostage for 10 whole years. And he got another one of his daughter's friends like that as well. And another thing that got pointed out to me, this man looked like he would not hurt a fly, y'all. This man looked like he wouldn't hurt a fly. It was so crazy. And even when he spoke at the court, he seemed so sweet, so articulate. Like, he did not look like what he was. It was so strange. And then I also was seeing how I was started seeing clips of like Jeffrey Dahmer and how they would talk about, like, I was watching the testimony of one of these men. One of the victims who was able to get away, and he was saying how you wouldn't even think that Jeffrey was like that because he was so cool. Like, he was so chill. He was all for the program. He was down to pay for the drinks and stuff like that. He was talking about the party. Like, he was cool, y'all. He was cool. He was cool. He didn't look like it. Then I seen a clip, I guess, from the show, of the remake of what they did or whatever. And when I seen the clip of the guy who was acting him out, it's crazy. You look just like him. But he was introducing himself to one of his victims before that person became a victim. And he was, y'all, he was so polite. When I seen the Jeffrey Dahmer clip, it literally reminded me of the guy that I was talking about, the third employee at the car shop that I was talking about in the beginning of the video. Asia Parks, I don't know who you are, but I know that you've commented a few times, and I've commented back to you. You need to watch this video from the beginning. God just told me that in my spirit. Watch this video from the beginning, my love. Because, yeah, watch it. That's what I felt my spirit to tell you. But yes, you guys, when I seen the Jeffrey Dahmer clip, it reminded me of the third employee person I was talking about from the car shop, and how he seemed so nice, but so weird. Like something was wrong, like something wasn't all there, y'all. So God isn't giving me this message to tell y'all, to put fear in y'all, to scare y'all, or anything like that. It is to warn you of the danger that the enemy is trying to use against you. The plot that the enemy is going to try, that is trying to use to take you out. But it won't work as long as you take heed. You're obedient right now, because your obedience is going to be your covering. Because something is plotting something. And you're a lot closer than you think, okay? You're a lot closer. That's why the enemy's plots are getting a lot more strategic and a lot more vile. But God has the last say so, and God loves you, and He's gonna look out for you. Take me back to God, take this message back to God. But I had to get back on here and do this one before I went out and worked, because God was really putting it on my spirit to do so. Be mindful, because the enemy is much closer than you think. They're much more dangerous than they look as well. So be weary, be obedient, stay prayed up. I love y'all, and God loves you so much more. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, I had a couple other messages, like 2 or 3 other messages, but I don't know if I'll get a chance to drop it tonight, but at least I dropped the most important one for right now.